announced 4-for-1 stock split, and it made lots of investors and holders extremely excited and happy because we all know that history tends to repeat itself. And history shows us that when there is a split, the price of the stock goes up. So the main question here is, did you miss the train? For being able to answer this question correctly, we have to know what is stock split and when it happens actually. Stock split happens when a company wants small investors like you and me to invest in the company. And when the price is too high, small investor doesn't want to invest in the company because we think that actually there is no way for this stock to go up anymore. But when we are talking about Apple, it is a little bit ridiculous because you can see that Apple is always going up. The stock split itself doesn't change the real value of the company or the stock. Because if you're owning right now a stock for $400 Apple stock, it means that your stock will be divided to 4 pieces. You will have 4 stocks of $100 each. That's it. So you're spending $400 either way. It doesn't change anything. But here's a little detail about the stock split. When it happens, it means that actually the future of the company is good, and that's why they're announcing stock split. It means that lots of investors, hopefully, will invest in Apple, which means that the price of the stock will keep increasing. And we don't have to forget actually the FOMO effect that will happen after the split, because people will see that the stock of Apple, which is extremely valuable, you can check the history, and when they see that this stock is extremely low priced, they'll probably buy it. And stock split doesn't mean that the company will give you 4 more stocks for $400. Guys, it's impossible. Imagine someone who is holding 10,000 stocks for $400. It means that Apple has to give this person 40,000 stocks per $400, and it makes $16 million for only one person. It's impossible. It will never happen. As I've already said, it is happening because Apple, the company, wants small investors to invest in the company. And it's some kind of mental hack. I think so, because when you see that a stock is $400, you're like, I don't think that it will go up anymore. And you're holding back yourself, even though that we're talking about Apple and you can see that it is always going up. But when you see that the stock price is like $100 and you're like, maybe I can invest in this stock. It is low for Apple. We're talking about Apple, so I will invest in this stock. So that's why company is doing something like this. So how we are going to analyze the stock? I personally never watch news, and I'm not investing according to news. I'm investing according to the numbers. I'm analyzing it statistically. I don't care about the news. I don't care about the pandemic. I should, but I don't care about it. Because, look what happened to Apple. Apple is a huge company. We all know that it survived lots of crises, and here is the market cap. It is almost 2 trillion, guys. It is almost 2 trillion. Let's just check the charts. You can see that this stock broke the trend, and now, just like Facebook and other tech companies, back above the trend. You know that Apple didn't release any product, any phone, Macintosh, etc. But the statistics show that Apple is extremely solid right now. This is the quarter that a lot of stores have been closed, but you can see that Apple keep growing, and obviously it grows organically. I mean, not only because of the pandemic, because you know that lots of people just threw their money in the stock market after the crisis, but obviously Apple makes money through selling products and services. And also, I want to mention that the stores of Apple are closed right now, but it is not stopping Apple from selling the product. Guys, Apple is killing it right now. You know, they didn't release any product, but they're still doing better than the last year where there was no pandemic at all. And also, there is a new that was not officially accepted. Apple is planning to launch a new iPhone 5G, which means that it is going to be 100 times faster than the last one. So it means that I think so that there is going to be a huge demand on this phone. And also Apple is not selling only phones. You can see that Macintosh is doing pretty well, and it happened because there is a pandemic, and you know that lots of people are working from home right now, and probably it is going to be the new trend. That's why they will need more computers, more phones, things that they will be able to use for being able to connect online with other people. So adding that, Apple is going to increase the price of the stock in a really short period of time. Also, let's not forget about the Black Friday. And you know, the history shows us that the best time of Apple is always the last quarter. And the last quarter is extremely close. So personally, what I'm going to do, I'm going to invest around $5,000 in Apple because I truly believe that there is a huge opportunities in this company, even though that I will be losing some money in short term. I know that I'm going to win in a long term. I know that you cannot go wrong with Apple in a long term, so I'm going to take the risk because at the end of the day, I don't think that it is a risk. I think that there is always a risk in everything, even in not taking any risk. I think that the biggest risk is not taking risk at all. But what I want to say that is definitely after the stock split, the prices of Apple will go up. So if you're someone who is playing it safer, you want your money to be safe, to be okay with the amount of money that you're investing in the stock market, I can advise you to actually invest after the split. And another thing that I'm paying attention to is that the real price of the stock, I mean the price of the stock before the pandemic was announced, was around $325. So this is the real value of Apple before the pandemic. And actually, I believe that it won't go down for $100. I really don't believe because the growth is organic. The growth was not because of all the investors that threw some money in the stock market, but because Apple was selling like crazy. Apple was selling like crazy. They didn't even launch a new product. There was a pandemic. The stores were closed. And I cannot imagine what will happen when the stores open. And what will happen when they launch the new product. So that's why I'm going to invest my $5,000 before the split in the stock market. And I will buy some Apple stocks because you know, the last time that the stock split happened was before 6 years, and after the split, like the value of Apple just increased around 396%, something like this. I'm not sure. I'm not good with numbers, but this is what happened. And I think that this company is going to be there, and I don't have anything better that I can do with the money that I have right now. And that's why I'm going to invest and take advantage from this opportunity. I hope that you will make your choice, but as I've said, you cannot go wrong with Apple in the long term. So even if you lose some money in the beginning, you can see that after year 2 or 5, you will get lots of money from it. But if you're a day trader and you want quick money, probably the risk is huge and you can, maybe that's not the best opportunity for you. It will be better for you to invest in the Apple stock after the split. So guys, that was everything that I wanted to share with you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, thumbs up if you like the video and you find it valuable and you've got the information that you were looking for. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram. And that was everything that I wanted to share, that I wanted to say.